left it before. Okay, so and also on Wednesday, so we are going to do our presentation in terms of the topic. So I'm going to select randomly, right? Randomly, a few groups that need to present. So it's going to be a very fast one. There's 3 slides and it won't take long, about 5 minutes for each group. So I will try my best, okay, to have the presentation from many groups as possible. All right. So let's start with our lecture today. So what we did before, okay, let me see. Right, where is it? Okay, last Wednesday we stopped until example number 1. So then I asked you to do example number 2 on your own. So therefore today what we're going to do, we're going to discuss this example number 2, right? So I'm not going to go very detailed, just I want to get the answers from you, right? So for the first one, right, anyone, can you tell me the answer for the mean? What do you get? The answer for the mean, anyone?
Is
Sorry?
100.29.
100.29.
29.
Okay, great. Okay, how about the mode? Anyone? What is the answer for the mode?
117.
117. Thank you. Right, and then how about the median?
110.
110. Sorry, 110. Right. Okay, how about the standard deviation?
The standard deviation is 33.94.
Okay, and how about the variance?
Variance is 1152.24.
1, 1.
1152.24.
Okay.
24. Doctor, sorry. 0.24.
All right. So I really hope that you can also get the same answer, okay, as your friends. But for your information, actually, you can get the answer at the very end of the chapter. Okay. So there on that page, I think, let me see. Yeah, on page 42. So you can check your answer whether it's correct or not. Okay. For the skewness, right? I want to share. Just want to tell you, all right? For the skewness, is we have the mode and also the median values. Then it means that we can use either formula. You can use either the median one or the mode formula, right? So let's look at the skewness. So the skewness is SKP, right? So the SKP, let's say we use the first formula. So we have, right? Oops. So we have the mean minus the mode, right? Divide by our S. So the mean we get just now is actually 100.29. So 100.29. Oops. Okay, divide by what is our mode. So we go back. Our mode is 117. Okay, 117. And divide by our S. So we go back. So our S is 33.94. Okay. So once you get the answer, okay, so you just calculate and you will get the answer. So for the second formula, which is actually the median, the median formula. So it's 3, okay, we have x bar minus the median divide by s, right? So we have 3, so the mean is 100.29 minus the median is 110, right? Divide by 33.94. Okay, can someone give me the answer for the first one? Anyone use the first formula? Can you give me the answer?
Negative 0.49.
Negative 0.49.
49. Yeah.
Okay, how about the second one?
Someone answered negative 0.85.
Negative 0.85. Is everybody else okay? Don't just, trust your friend. Okay, sometimes your friend also may make mistakes, all right? Right, so if you can see, as I told you before, if you use different formula, it's going to have different numbers, but the conclusion will be the same. So if the both of the answers have negative number. So what we can conclude, actually this data is negative skewed, right? Right? So the graph that we can draw from this answer will be like this, okay? So it's going to be negative skewed, right? Or negative skewness, right? So this is the answer that you need to do for during your test, okay? So you need to answer to calculate using the formula, which formula is appropriate. And then the second one, you need to give your conclusion right here is negative, all right? And then you need to draw the graph or the curve, right? So if you miss one of these, marks will be deducted, right? The next one, we need to calculate the CV, right? So how about the CV? Anyone? Can you give me the answer? What do you get for the CV one?
49.19%.
49.19%.
19%.
All right. How about CV number 2?
33.84%.
Sorry, say it again, Esther.
33.84%.
Okay. Remember, your answer must be in percent. If you miss the percent, so again, it's going to be wrong. Okay. So the CV should be in percent. So how can we conclude based on our answers? Remember the tips, the lower is the CV, the more consistent. So what we can see that data set number 2, right, is more consistent, okay, since the CV is lower, right? So that's how you make your conclusion, right? Okay, for those who missed this one is actually on page 33. Okay, the rest will be, okay, we're going to repeat this question using calculator and also using SPSS. So at least you have knowledge how actually to do this one using gadgets and also using a software. Right. So for next week, starting from next week, I would like you to install SPSS. It doesn't matter as long as it's version 20 and above. Okay, SPSS version 20 and above, right? So it can be 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, it doesn't matter. But you must have this SPSS software because we're going to start using this software next week, right? Okay, so that's it for actually basically for chapter 3. right? So the rest is actually for we need to use for we're going to use SPSS to solve the problem, right? So the next one, remember I told you when we have a very big data, so when n means number of data, right? The number of data more than 30, so it means that we need to group the data before we can find the solution. So it need to be classified first, right? So this is actually what we call as frequency table. So you're already familiar with this frequency table, but we are not going to calculate manually in this class, all right? Even we can do it manually, but I think I'm going to use SPSS to solve for big data, right? So all this, right? Let's do the summary. This one on page 41, right? So basically, after you have learned, after you have calculated, the mean, mode, median, and so on. So there are a few things that you need to understand. You need to know the concept, right? So the mean, when I say the mean, the average, is used when data are normally distributed. What does it mean by this normally distributed? When we draw the curve, it's going to be balanced left and right, okay? So this one left and right. So the curve should be balanced or symmetric. Okay. So if the data is normal, then the mean, mode, and also median will be at the center. So that's the reason we call it central tendency measurement. Okay. So if our data is no longer symmetric or no longer normal, is skewed either to the left or to the right, okay? So it means that mean is no longer can be our reference because the mean is no longer at the center. It is somewhere else. But the only measurement who always at the center will be the median, right? So this is the mode. Sorry. So this is the mode, right? So the median will always at the center, and it will always divide the data 50%, 50% to the left and to the right, okay? So that's the reason it says here, otherwise use median as your reference, okay? So if data are not normally distributed and they are skewed, median is more suitable to be measurement, to be referred. Okay. So for example, if we look at this number right here, data, so we have 3, 5, 6, and 6. So what do you think the data the shape of the data, the distribution of the data, is it going to be normal or what?
Sorry, I couldn't hear what you said.
Okay, anyone? What do you think? Shafinas, Nabila Shafinas. Nabila Shafinas, are you here? Okay, tiada jawapan, right? Woi Cheng, Lim Woi Cheng.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what do you think, Woi Cheng? Look at the data that we have, 3, 5, 6, 6, 500. Do you think that the data is going to be normally distributed? It's going to be balanced or what?
Balance.
What do you think?
I think it's balance.
It's balanced. Okay. That's what you say. Right. So how about someone else? Gusti. By the way, is Gusti here
Yes,
in this
Doctor.
class?
Yeah.
Okay, where have you been, by the way, Gusti? Were here last week?
Yes.
Sure?
Yeah.
Because I remember every time I call your name, you just keep quiet. Okay, Gusti, what
Saya
do you,
datang telat, dokter.
Hah?
I came late.
Apa dia tak dengar?
I came late.
You can?
Yes. Last week I came late.
Oh, I see. Okay, Gusti, what do you think about this data set? Is it going to be normal or is going to be skewed? What do you think?
I think cute.
Why? Why did you say that?
Oh, balance, dokter.
Balance. Okay, suddenly you change your mind.
Yeah.
Okay, you are not sure actually what you are saying, what you are okay. So how about other people? Anyone? Can I hear somebody else? I don't want the same people answering my questions again and again and again. Okay, Esther, lagi satu siapa? Tika. Okay, those are the people who keep answering my questions. How about other people? Don't just be quiet. Hasif, where are you, Hasif? Are you here?
Yeah, I'm here. I was about to answer actually just now.
Okay, so what do you think, Hasif?
I think the data is not normally distributed. It might be left skewed. The reason being, it's in a steady incline, then suddenly 500, which is a spike. So that's
Okay,
my take.
is you okay? Right. So if you look at this data set, people, so we have only 3566. Okay, these four numbers actually very close together, but this one is very far away from the rest. So you just imagine, okay, let's say you want to draw, okay, this one, okay, you have five here, three, five, and then you have six two times, all right? And then what happens suddenly? Long way to go. Then you will see 500. Okay. So what happened? Just imagine if you draw this one, okay, and suddenly you need to drag all this all the way until you meet 500. So what happened? The data will be not normal. It's going to be skewed to the right. Okay. So as a researcher, we need to be able to identify the situation, okay, by just looking at the data set. So also, as a researcher, we need to be smart, right? So if we think that this 500 will affect the whole thing, our results, our findings later on, then it means that we can take this one out from our data analysis because it's a stranger, it's an outlier, okay? It's not the same as the rest. So we can take that one out. So therefore, if we just focus to these four numbers, we are hoping that it's going to be more normal, right? So again, but it also depends on the topic and what is actually your research objective. If your objective is actually to find out the orang kata the something is not Mamat, we don't know from nowhere. This Mamat spent his breakfast 500 ringgit. Okay. So because UTM actually want to just to right? I really hope that you understand what I'm trying to say. Okay, so then number 3, relationships among the mean, mode, median, and their location in the normal curve. So you need to draw this one, just draw. Okay, this is the normal curve, all right? So, and then what the measurement, the mean, mode, and also the median will be at the center. Okay. So if it is left skewed, right? So it will be like this, right? So it means that people, by the way, this line right here cannot touch, right? It cannot touch each other, all right? So, and then this one is the peak. So this is the mode, the median, and also the mean will be here, right? So for the right skewed, right? So it will be like this, all right? So this is the mode, the median, and the mean, right? So that's the location of the measurement when it is normal, when it is skewed. Right, I really hope that you can fill in the graph on page 41. Okay, can you please do it now? Okay, are you done? Jejuan, are you done? All right, good. Okay, so the next one is actually how to use calculator. Okay, this is actually the calculator that you need, Casio Scientific Calculator. You cannot use this Shopee makcik-makcik one, alright? Tak nampak here, okay, makcik-makcik calculator. You cannot use this one, but you need to use this one. And during the final exam or also during the test, you need this calculator. Therefore, you need to get one, right? So let me show you how to use calculator, right? So we are going to repeat our exercise 1. Calculator. Siapa? Okay, Ihsan tak ada. Right, who else? Aiman? Okay, Afkar. Okay, who else? Tariq. Okay, so for those who don't have calculator, maybe you can just listen first, all right? So, and then, but those who already has a calculator, please take it out, all right? Let's try how to do exercise number 1. But before that, please listen first. Let me explain how it works, all right? So the first thing that you need to do, right, everyone, please set the mode to SD. So you need to press the mode. I think it's here, okay, this button right here, the mode, right? So you just press it until appear here SD, right? So once you got this SD, you just press I think okay, all right? So and then you will see SD appear on your screen. So it means that it's already in the statistical data mode, right? Okay, anyone who you have problem, please let me know. Okay. All right. So the next one, okay, please listen. Don't do anything yet, right? So as I said, we are going to do exercise number 1 on page, on page 30, right? So remember our data, we have 1, 3, and then we have 6, and then we have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So we have 9, the n is 9, right? So now we are going to enter this data in our calculator. Guys, please listen first, okay? Don't press anything yet, right? So this is how we need to do. We knew, in order for the data entry, we need to type the data and followed by the M plus. The M plus button will be here, right? So, and then for example, you press 1 and then M plus. You press 3, M plus, and then 6, M plus, until the last one, 12, M plus. And then remember, if you miss one of the M plus, okay, after your data, after you key in the data, calculator won't remember. It just like say, you know, I enter 1 and hey, calculator, remember this data. 3, remember this data. If you don't press M plus, you don't ask the calculator to remember your data. Okay, so what I want you to do now, can you please enter the data from 1 till 12? Please do it now. Okay, once you're done, please wait for the rest, okay? Okay, is everybody okay? How are things going? Okay, good, all right, okay. Ramlat, okay, I see your hands. Okay, Anong, okay, Puyi, all right, good. Right, so once you already enter your data, okay, it's okay for you to use, you press AC or whatever, and you can use the calculator as usual, as long as you don't press number followed by M plus, all right? So let's say after you have entered your data set, and then suddenly you want to calculate your fees or whatever, you can use it, okay? No problem at all, as long as I said you don't press number followed by M plus. And also your whatever data that you have kept, you have saved in the calculator, it will remain, okay? Even until 100 years, as long as you don't change the data, the information, right? So next one, what we're going to do is we're going to find the statistics that we have done on page 31, right? So what you need to do is actually you have the first one is shift 2 and then option 1. For example, in order to find the mean, right? In order to calculate the mean, right? So you shift 1, okay? So I think the button is not really clear here. So it's somewhere maybe this one, okay? I'm not sure. Okay, shift and then you need to press button 1, okay? And then it will come, it will give you a few options, right? So for example, shift 1, what the option will be. So can someone read me the options? What do you get?
Doctor, you said shift 1, right? So the
Shift 2,
option
sorry.
is
Shift
shift
2.
2.
Okay, it depends on your calculator. Okay, so shift 1 and then look at the option and you need to find if the calculator offer X bar. If you can see X bar, that's the one.
If click shift 1, it will be sum x2, sum x and n.
Okay, all right. Then
Shift-
yours will be shift 2.
If shift 2, it will be the first one is the mean,
Uh-huh.
then second one is x. I don't really know how to read this symbol. It's XON. So,
Is it like this?
uh,
And then you have like this?
yeah.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So, people, we are going to use this one. Okay. For those who shift 2, all right. Shift 2, then let's say this one is option number 1. So it's true. So we have shift 2 option 1. Then you will get the mean. And then you just press equal sign. So you will get the answer exactly the same as what you did manually. Okay. Try it. Okay, shift 2, option number 1, and then you will see X bar actually, and then equal sign, you will get the answer. Is everybody okay? Good. Right, so this is actually how you can check your answer. What happened, Harsha? Tak dapat ke Harsha?
Tak dapat doktor.
Tak dapat?
Tak
Alright.
faham. Peding.
Ha?
Peding doktor.
Tak dengar Harsha?
Pening nak faham doktor.
Pening?
Yeah.
Pergi ambil Panadol.
Puasa.
Okay, nasib baik cakap puasa. Alright, macam ni. You dah pergi dekat, sekejap Okay, go back. You ada kalkulator yang sama ke lebih kurang? Ke tidak? Okay, sama. Okay. Then dekat mana you punya shift? I'm not sure whether this one ke button shift. Lepas tu you tekan nombor 2, not 1 Shift nombor 2. Okay. So bila you tekan shift nombor 2, nanti dia keluar option yang macam ni, yang macam Esther kata. Ada mean, ada yang this one, okay, xn minus 1. Okay, yang ini kita tak guna ya, people. We don't use this one in this class. Sebab we are using sample. Sample ni maksudnya ialah n minus 1. Nanti you akan belajar in the next chapter. Right, so kita akan guna 2 ni sahaja yang ada simbol yang xn minus 1. Right, so ini ialah untuk standard deviation. So kalau you tekan ataupun ini ialah sama juga dengan you punya small s. So kalau you tekan shift 2, you pilih option number 1, you akan dapat jawapan mean exactly macam yang you dapat masa you kira, you calculate manually, alright? Kadang tercakap Melayu kan. I'm so sorry. Okay, and then if you want to find the standard deviation, the value of S, then you need to press shift 2 and then you choose option number 3, which has n minus 1. That one is actually for S, right? And then you will notice that you will get whatever answer exactly the same as what we got from our manual calculation. Okay, semua okay ke? Okay, alright, good. Thank you, Puyi. Thank you, Saranya. Okay, now after you have done that one, actually for our class is just we can only use to calculate, you know, the mean and also standard deviation from this calculator. And it is very important for you to know how to clear the memory, right? So as I said before, the data will actually remain as long as your calculator function, even for 100 years, it will remain there. Okay, so what you need to do, you need to delete all the data set in order to enter the new data set. So how can you do that? So you need to clear the memory. How to do it? So you need to press Shift and Stat Clear, right? So where do you get the Stat Clear? I think is somewhere around here also, one of these. Okay, so you tekan Shift and then nanti ada keluar Stat Clear, right? So you just press that one. Okay, you just press that one, so it will actually clear everything. So now you can enter the new data set, for example, the new data for exercise number 2. Okay, semua orang okay ke? So apa yang you kena buat, maybe my suggestion, just you need more practice. Okay, so for you to be more familiar using the calculator, because it is very, very important, very important for us to know how to calculate using the calculator, especially during the test and also the final exam. It really helps, okay, especially to check your answers. All right. Okay, so let's take a break for 5 minutes before we continue with chapter 2. Okay, any question? Ada siapa yang nak tanya soalan ke?